Oh, dude, no. So Matt has a private account on Instagram. He has a spam. He has a little spam. He has a little white girl spam. And, dude, he posts pics, and he's jacked.
Yeah.
Like, 6-pack, jacked, and I want to send him to wrestling school. We need to pool together money and send Matt to wrestling school.
Yeah, I think
I need Matt in the Fed.
I don't want him in the Fed.
I want Matt in the Fed.
I want him to like show up at like a GCW tournament of survival.
Oh my god! Imagine
smash
Matt,
a light tube over his head.
Imagine Matt in a death match, dude.
Fire.
That'd be so fun.
Him and Reggie. Or Sidney Akeem. My fault.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Welcome to Pod-a-Mania. This is a weekly wrestling podcast most of the time. My name is Eddie. His name is Dylan. And, mostly we talk about last week's SmackDown, this week's Raw, and anything in between. In this case, it was Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. Sorry we've missed the last couple weeks. We've missed you.
We crashed out last week. We couldn't.
Yeah. They couldn't make it to air. It was too hot for TV.
It was too hot. We were so mad. we were so mad about R-Truth and just where the Fed's at.
So we just wanted that to like simmer for a second, see where that was gonna go, and answered our prayers. God, Triple H, Nick Khan, they fucking go.
They grew up.
Yeah. So I think today is just going to be an easy episode. Make sure to follow the damn podcast at Pod-a-Mania Pod
It'll be somewhere
_EWO3 and at Bozo Dills. And let's just start with Worlds Collide.
Mr. Iguana is
the highlight of the show.
Men see Mr. Iguana and go hell yeah.
Dude, see this guy and go hell yeah.
Exactly. Like he is the definition of hell yeah. And it was cool to see like lucha, like, and not the Americanized version of lucha, like seeing it really go.
All of our, I would say this is the best portrayal of this pure lucha talent for a American WWE audience. I think it works great for people who are not familiar with AAA or any of their wrestlers, other than like Vikingo, La Parka, any of the legends from Mexico. But, WWE and their fan base already has their fan favorites with Mr. Iguana and Octagon Jr., who got his...
Pulls double duty.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll get into that match when we get there. That was a fun one.
He was able to showcase his talents in both Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank.
He's not the only one pulling double duty, too. We had
No, they're two different people. One has a neck tattoo.
You're right.
And they both happen to wear the same boots.
And they also had the same injuries they both hurt their elbow.
Conveniently.
And wrist, conveniently, with the same color taping, too. It's just, man, they just must be good pals, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wants to help a young up-and-comer, and who can blame him? But, yeah, Worlds Collide opened up with Mr. Iguana, Aerostar, and Octagon Jr. defeating Lince Dorado, Cruz del Toro, and Dragon Lee in a very fun 3-on-3 tag team match. Like I said, Mr. Iguana was the highlight of this match, but that's not to discredit like Octagon Jr. and especially these luchadors the WWE's already familiar with. I think that probably would have...
Dragon Lee takes another loss, by the way. Just
yeah.
Put that out there for you.
I think my biggest concern when they had this AAA partnership was that they were going to drop their old luchadors and say, I don't want to play with you anymore. But no, it seems like they
never wanted to play with Dragon Lee anyways.
That is true.
So at least he got to be on a premier card of some sort.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that about any of these competitors, honestly.
Also, I don't remember which lucha did it, but Spanish Flying, the iguana puppet, is the funniest thing I've seen in wrestling
I want to say that was Dragon Lee.
in a while. If that was Dragon Lee.
I want to say that was Dragon
Lee. I don't
Lee.
remember who was. If that was Dragon Lee, this is why we love him, though.
Yeah.
But that's...
He's a go-to lucha.
But dude, the Spanish flying the iguana. I remember I saw that on Twitter, and I think I rewatched it like 15 times.
Yeah.
Just laughing.
And then it followed up with the tag team match on Worlds Collide between the two women's teams of Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice, defeating Chic Tormenta and Dayless. I believe that's how you pronounce those.
I'm proud of you for even attempting.
I have to attempt.
And that's why you're the host.
But we're
hosts.
Jinx.
Yeah, no, man. Relax, man.
What did you think of this match?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I only saw highlights of most of Worlds Collide because I had a busy weekend for a couple parties. Had to rewatch Money in the Bank. So
Don't blame you.
didn't really get the full version of this match, but from what I saw, it's just we always love Stephanie Vaquer. The spot of them both doing her move was very fun, which is just, kind of giving the fans, showing the women off of AAA as well.
Yeah. Well, they need to do that in the one women's match they have on that card. Legado del Fantasma defeated El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano. Again, sorry if I mispronounced those. But
this white boy's cool, man.
At least there's a win for LDF there, just with what they've been dealing with for their kind of internal breakup between Berto and Santos Escobar. Big fan of Psycho Clown in that match. He's, again, one of those standouts from AAA that I was already familiar with.
Just a wicked name.
Yeah.
Like,
wicked attire, too.
You know what you're getting into when you hear the name Psycho Clown. He was very, very impressive.
And then NXT North American Championship, Ethan Page retains against Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix.
Javon Evans
he'll be a world champion in the next...
Dude, is he going to be the youngest world champion? Is he going to take on Randy?
I hope so.
I think if it's going to be anybody, dude, he's going to deserve it.
He was definitely an MVP of this weekend. While he may not have...
Who does he take down? Who would you want to see him beat?
Logan Paul.
For a world championship? That means that we're going to...
No, I know.
I'm going to replay this.
I know.
Play this back. That means Logan Paul is a world champion.
I know.
No, I don't want that.
But imagine, they had to get it off of David Arquette somehow, So
dude, who I was gonna say would be fun to see him beat? Imagine if he beat Seth for his first world title.
That would be so dope.
That would be sick, and that match would be amazing.
I mean, the match...
Or Braun Breaker, because it's probably 2 years down the line.
Hey, but hear me out, though. Javon versus Logan Paul.
Why do you want this?
The amount of flips in that match.
Why do you want this? You just want flippy shit.
I do. I mean, that's why I'm lying. I did not watch Worlds Collide. I was gonna say that's why I watch Worlds Collide. No, that's why I watch AEW.
But yeah, thinking about Javon Evans' future is a very fun time.
Dude, he's probably going to be one of the youngest world champions, if not the youngest.
You know what? Stamp it. We as
hosts,
shake my hand here. Pod-a-Mania predicts that Javon Evans will be the youngest world champion.
Yeah. And then wrapping up Worlds Collide here, we got the AAA World Championship match between Vikingo and Chad Gable. Vikingo winning that championship. They already kind of had a spoiler heading into this match that he was going to be the champion because, we don't want Alberto Del Rio back in the WWE. But Vikingo versus Chad Gable was a great... I mean...
This is the first time I've watched the Vikingo match or highlights.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm going to be an honest man here.
I'm going to be... I'm a
little
sad for you. My first match for Vikingo was him versus Kenny Omega.
That's awesome. See, I've never had this experience.
He's insane,
dude. Can we talk about how you're gonna hate it. Chad Gable in that match with him, those two they made a wrestling baby.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. And that's the thing, like,
They're 9 months pregnant with El Grande Americano.
am I insane for saying? Am I insane for saying that Chad Gable is the perfect guy to be everyone's debut match ever?
Oh, no. But
That I think that's okay.
you're not wrong in that statement, but I would be worried that would force him into a Dolph Ziggler-esque K-hole.
I feel like that's where he already is.
Yeah.
But except Dolph Ziggler never had El Grande Americano. Gracias!
Yeah, Chad Gable, he's great talent to enhance.
But that's the thing, like,
I absolutely despise that it took this man putting on a red, white, and blue mask for him to get his
different people?
His first singles title in the WWE Speed title.
Why are you talking about
to qualify for the Money in the Bank match?
Why are you Chad Gable and El Grande Americano aren't the same person.
Fuck you.
They're not the same person. One of them has a tattoo.
You're absolutely ridiculous right now.
But we saw them on screen together when Chad Gable was getting interviewed.
They also see you on screen right now. It doesn't mean you're alive. Anyway, moving on to Money in the Bank. Naomi wins the women's Money in the Bank match, opening the night.
Go on.
Defeating the other 5 women in that match. How do we feel about this? I mean, Naomi was probably one of the leads if you were putting bets on this match. We did.
We didn't post. Do you remember who we picked?
I think one of us picked Roxanne.
You had Roxanne. I had Stephanie
Okay.
Vakir. Both wrong. Both okay being wrong. I think we had the conversation as long as it's not Rhea.
Yeah.
And I think we're happy. And I think I'm overjoyed with this. I can't wait to see the caution tape wrapped around the belt. I can't wait to see her just acting like a crazy motherfucker. Like, she's been on that shit, and it's been awesome.
Yeah.
This was exactly what her career needed. I'm so happy for her, and I'm okay if she takes it off Tiffy. Like, if she cashes in a cool way, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I'm worried that, like, Bianca
beats her for it. Or something like that.
Not beats her for it, but, like, costs her cash in.
Yeah.
So, like, having the first
But
black woman ever to hold the women's Money in the Bank Money in the Bank, and then screw up her cash in, like, I would not put that past Triple H.
I think this gets the belt into that triple threat.
Fuck off with these triple threats and the Fatal 4-Ways, dude.
Naomi,
It's the only.
But we've been talking about this. Like, this is gonna be a thing that they have for a while.
I know. It's
But that
Naomi,
triple threat for the
Jade,
belt's
and
gonna be awesome.
Bianca. It will be,
And
but
you need the belt in that match. I don't care what anyone says. You need to have the belt in that match, because without it, it kind of just doesn't feel like enough.
it's
Not enough.
Lots of caution tape, but it's not enough.
But it's not enough.
Moving on with the impromptu, Dominik Mysterio defeats Octagon Jr. to retain his Intercontinental Championship. This was, like we said, a match that was set up on the Worlds Collide pay-per-view. And again, just another space for these AAA talent to show off that they are new to WWE and want to make their name. We got Mr. Iguana was on Raw. But yeah, Dominik retains his belt. I think we kind of figured that was going to happen.
Just fun match.
Yeah, it was a good match, just adding on top of whatever we got at Worlds Collide. From there, we had Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria.
And now we have to hear Devin say that this is what they should have done. Like he said when they first announced, it's like, dude, I don't want her to.
I don't want her.
She hurt my shoulder. Did you hear? She hurt my shoulder.
I don't want her back.
Lifting my arm up, she hurt my shoulder.
Yeah, it's.
I couldn't
tough.
get to Irish. I tried to get to Irish. I couldn't get to Irish.
Which is crazy because you have an Irish Celtic knot on your shoulder.
Yeah, but just because I can't do an impression doesn't mean it's not where my family is from.
I just, link
You do
up
an
to
Irish.
link up
You
to
do
your
it. Give me an
heritage.
Irish right now.
Oh, hand me a Guinness.
All right, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, I guess.
But yeah, these two Irish bitches.
You split the G.
I tried to.
How'd it go?
I was very close.
I respect
I just
you.
couldn't find that G spot.
I just whiffed. I just drank too much beer.
You always do.
Steve Austin would love that about me.
But yeah, these two Irish bitches. Yeah, they had a match. Becky won. Lyra had to basically say that she was the better.
Better.
You're better. You're a better lass than I. And that was the most ridiculous stipulation that they could have had.
It was so stupid. You have to lift my arm.
You gotta wrap the belt around my waist and say,
Lift my arm. So dumb.
Stupid.
Thank you. Me hearing it from you helped me get there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I usually help you get there. Moving on to the men's Money in the Bank. Jacob Fatu turned face because Solo was about to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase.
But
he said,
I hate you,
Solo.
Dude, I saw someone tweet like, "Is this the worst face turn? Is this the worst face turn ever?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, "It's a childish. He hate him." Dude, that's sick. We've all been waiting for "I hate you" Solo.
Yeah.
And
It's been edging us for months.
the only reason it doesn't feel as good as it should have is because of because now Solo's the class clown. Like that's kind of his gimmick. Like he did the okay.
the smooth operator
Yeah,
too.
I don't care what anyone says, dude. I love it. And that if that's what his character needs to be, it's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
But we can't take him as seriously as we need to because he's in that. But
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be a serious character to be fun and good and interesting. Look at El Grande Americano. Look. But you know what I mean. Like look at like Chad Gable. Chad Gable's in a fun spot where it's like, yeah, we wish he would be in the singles title picture because he's amazing.
Yeah.
But you have to have those guys that are upper mid card fun or up. You know what I mean, like mid card to getting closer to upper mid card fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he really resides in.
I mean, Solo, we've always said that Solo kind of works better when he is showing a bit more of his personality, when he's not trying to copy Roman Reigns, that tribal chief gimmick. Dude,
when they're on SmackDown and he goes to JC, he's like, he used to say it all the time. Like it's fun. It's like let him talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of just being the mean mug.
Excited for Jacob Fatu. We'll see how this goes for him as an individual competitor. I think I also want to talk about LA Knight, who lost his third Money in the Bank.
Dude,
in
LA
a
Knight
row.
FC is losing their mind.
Yeah, it's a tough time to be an LA Knight fan because he's out of the bloodline vortex, but he's not winning. He's it was told to us a couple years ago that good things happen to people that wait. How much longer does LA Knight have to wait?
Like,
I know that he had it was the IC title. It is absolutely devastating, and I think I've come to terms with this already, but just to reiterate, I do not think LA Knight is ever going to get a world championship match.
Neither do I. But
or a world championship.
And it just shows you can't get yourself over. If you get yourself over, Triple H hates it. And I don't get it. Isn't that the whole point? Is like for these characters to get over on their own, and then you book them into better situations as they're more and more over. Like, natural progression.
Shouldn't that explain why Karrion Kross was supposed to be in the Money in the Bank match? He got himself over.
And I can't wait for next Monday. I know I'm jumping ahead, but that second Fatal 4-Way with the surprise competitor, I can't wait for that to be fucking Goldberg. I'm speaking into existence because I want it to be Ilya Dragunov or Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be Karrion Kross more, but if it's going to be a return, have it be Ilya.
Yeah.
Don't have it be like a Goldberg type. I'm tired of it, man. The whole reason that we believed in you, Triple H, is because the way you built up this NXT talent. It showed that you can build talent and get people over. But you're falling into the same trap that we hated Vince for, of this nepotism, only pushing what you want narrative.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole point of wrestling is for who's over to get pushed. And I think that's kind of what you like about AEW more.
He can pivot literally night of.
They pivot more. They're willing to listen to the crowd way
Sometimes.
more. Like in comparison to the
No, but yeah, sometimes literally Tony Khan changed one of his women's wrestlers' musics back to her old music.
The next night.
It was
at the end of the match.
She came out to her old music at the end of the match when she won. It was basically what she debuted to, because the fans were like, "What the fuck is this?" Only on Twitter, and that was a 30-minute turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some pros and cons of it. There is some pros of like listening to the fans, and then cons of like, sometimes the fans don't know shit. Sometimes you should be a fan and not a booker. But, I mean, if I was a booker, I would have booked the Money in the Bank differently. Seth Rollins defeats the other 5 men in the Money in the Bank to become the second man to hold it twice, or the first man to hold it twice?
Second to hold the briefcase, because Edge didn't have a briefcase when he won it the first time.
Right.
I think it's the second person to hold the briefcase twice.
Okay.
Because Punk won it back to back.
Yeah. So
unreal, awesome. Honestly, it was the right choice.
Yeah,
it just makes sense for what that.
It is the most.
What
yes.
that coalition's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like the coalition is supposed to hold 2 world titles and a singles title.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're revving that up to be. They're revving it up to have Braun Breaker hold 1, Seth hold 1. That's why I think Seth's gonna cash in on Cody or John.
Yeah.
And not Gunther, because they're gonna have Braun beat Gunther. Or probably not, but somehow get Braun that title, and they get Bronson Reed the 3rd title.
Maybe.
I think that's what
the
they
Speed Championship.
No. No. Imagine Bronson Reed beating Dom. It doesn't kill Dom.
JC Mateo as your Speed Champion.
But I don't think Dom losing to Bronson Reed kills Dom. And you know what I mean?
Maybe physically.
I mean with
but
the
his
crowd.
momentum not at all.
Yeah, I meant with momentum.
And then wrapping up the show for Money in the Bank, I don't have much to say about Seth Rollins winning. It's like, I think the biggest thing I have to say is it was the safe choice. I'm not surprised why they did it, but I do wish they went with somebody else.
I wish that the match would have felt like anyone else could win.
It
It really didn't feel like anyone in that match had a chance once you saw Seth compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, make it some talent that, like, I could think, like, oh, man, I can actually see them doing it.
And that's why I'm kind of, like, really not that I expected LA Knight to win, but, like, 3 years, dude? You're gonna... It's
time.
Yeah. But wrapping up Money in the Bank, we had that tag team match between Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul, and the unseen 17, John Cena. Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes defeat the 2 people that are ruining wrestling the most.
Good time.
Yeah, I personally, I was at work. I was at work. I was at a party. I did not care about this pay-per-view, especially after I saw the results. It is not something that I like.
I was sports entertained. Like, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of all I'm looking for in a non-title, like, main event.
Which is so... it's
dumb. It shouldn't have been a non-title.
It's dumb as shit that you have both of your world champions. I understand it's Money in the Bank, but it's like, I fucking hate this 5-match formula that Triple H has, and
give me more matches.
I despise having both of your world champions in a tag team match, not defending the title. Like, I think that's how Triple H pads the numbers too, of just like, these guys win the title and then they don't defend it for months on end.
Hey. We saw
on
Raw.
I know.
And I think he's going back to 50 to 90 day reigns for a little bit.
I'm hoping.
But it's hard because I also could see Gunther holding it for a year and not being mad about it.
Yeah.
So it's hard. But overall, sports entertained, yes. The idea of this 5-match formula where you force both your champions into a match because you need them on all the... because Jey Uso has a contract obligation of he has to be... Since he has the World Heavyweight Championship, he has to be on the main event of at least X as many titles.
Oh, he's also main event Jey Uso, so he should be in the main event.
Exactly. So
mid-card Jey Uso in the building.
4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. That's what he does when he gets to the mid-card.
4 letters.
He cringes it up.
4 letters, 1 word. Gunt.
Yeah. But
that's skipping ahead.
Yeah.
That's skipping. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you are.
Money in the Bank, though, it is fun. It was sports entertaining.
R-Truth.
Ron,
He's back.
motherfucking killings in the building.
He's back.
He attacks John Cena. He is signed. He has a new T-shirt that's been teased since February. Is it a work? Is it a shoot? We don't know.
It was 100%.
It's a shoot.
It was 100% a shoot.
It's a shoot.
We know.
Triple H is still racist.
His own R-Truth's son said, "Stop that."
Yeah, stop the cap. I mean, happy he's back, but
So happy.
I'm almost like...
It sucks that it had to take that for him to...
No,
but
like... I know how this is going to be. Triple H didn't want to fucking sign him. Like, time will tell whether or not this is good for him in the long run. But if you had final say on firing him in the first place, and you're going right back on your word, I don't know. It says a lot. His booking is going to say a lot more than anything else.
But I think the problem with it was his contract number, how much he was making for what he was doing.
This legend that's been in the WWE for 20 plus years.
On the TKO side, that's what they look at.
You don't see this fucking
I
long
agree with
tenure
I agree
as
with
a
you.
businessman. Like you don't see the fucking laughs, the merchandise.
I agree.
Any of these viral moments that this guy has had over the last just year. Not even to take into fact, like, this man has entered himself in the Royal Rumble with a ladder. This man has gone into the women's Money in the Bank and climbed the ladder himself. Like, he's fun. He's entertaining. Yeah. He's worth spending that money on. And
I agree, but I'm just saying that's what TKO looked at. And then
I would be just as pissed as him,
yes.
and wait until big boss man Nick Khan calls me to sign a fucking contract, because I don't want to fucking talk to anybody but the boss if I'm going to sign back with WWE.
Because I have demands.
Exactly. I want my name and this T-shirt that I've been
wearing since January. And you know what? Even if he loses out and he does a great job, because the promo he cut on Raw, we're going to get to Raw right here, was awesome. Like, I think this is a good spot for him. I don't know if he's going to be booked well wins and loss-wise, but I think he will be able to show character work as Ron Killing so that when he leaves, because there's no way he's going to retire in WWE now that happened. Everyone thought he was a career WWE legend lifer who's going to retire there, and they ruined that. So now at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe he'll be loyal enough to not go to AEW, but say he goes to Ring of Honor, say he goes to X, Y, and Z in the Indies after as Ron Killings, and he has that shown in a modern format, not just 2002 and kind of 2011, if you can call it that, but you're not going to.
Well, we'll see. His promo is really telling. I think we should get into Raw.
Yeah, we should get Raw together.
Yeah, pink. John Cena and CM Punk open up the show. Finally, opens up the show with John Cena. CM Punk comes out.
I texted you.
As your disappointment was happening.
Yeah, it started as excitement.
No, I know.
I was so excited.
Because
I was like, oh my God, Eddie, Evil X3. Evil X number 3, CM Punk. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, we're not going. Oh my God, he's going to Saudi after everything he said. That was the exact timeline in my brain. It was just like, happy little kid Dylan. Oh my God, we should have done it at Money in the Bank because that's kind of the whole timeline of everything. But it's fine. We won't do it at SummerSlam.
We'll do it at SummerSlam.
We'll do it at SummerSlam. Oh no, Night of Champions. Wait. That's
there's one more pay-per-view
insanity.
before summer.
Oh,
Wait.
But also, can we talk about John? That was the best heel John's been, dude. When he said the "Come on, hero,"
Yeah.
gut punch.
Well, I mean,
You're following me to Saudi. You're like, this is what we wanted.
Yeah.
This is what. Is this me back? But like maybe heel John Cena good because I was getting so tired of it. But it's like, oh, if he does this exact promo, but with everybody and kind of makes fun of them for being hypocrites and the things that they've said as wrestlers. And that's what he does. He picks people apart rather than blaming us because we hate you, John. We want you to die.
So
John.
he's just got a better target than he does. Like
No,
literally, he was doing that same shit. Like he couldn't do that with Logan Paul.
As a face, no, what I'm saying is as a face, he was a cocky bastard. But it was always perceived as a face. You just tweak the wording and you become a cocky bastard and you're an asshole as John Cena. And it works just as good. And that's what he showed with CM Punk. Now, is that just them being wrestling soulmates and been doing this forever?
Yes.
So that's how they know how to talk to each other. But what I'm hoping is that
No.
John can see that and be like, oh, this is what I should do with everybody. Is he going to do it? No, but I'm saying this is what it could have been the whole time.
I'm gonna
if they were about it, and I think if he had the time.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler right now. He's gonna intrigue us for the next couple weeks with these promos
Because
you're
it's
gonna get all excited, and you're gonna feel like a kid again. You're gonna be like, oh,
I could do anything.
Money in the Bank 2011. Oh, that Raw when Cena hit a Canadian destroyer, like it's crazy. He's pulling out 6 moves of doom.
Oh my god! Oh wait, the other Raw wait, don't forget when CM Punk pile drove him. Oh,
Exactly. But no, John Cena's gonna hit CM Punk in his CM nuts,
and then he's gonna hit him.
and
with
then
the
he's
belt.
gonna he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, blow him a little kiss on the ramp to give us another little wink nudge.
Like,
You wanted that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
It's I have fear about this.
What happens on Earth stays on Earth. Fear.
Just because they are wrestling soulmates, but there's only so many times you can have a match with somebody. It's the same fear that I have
You
with
don't say that about other matchups.
It's the same fear that I have with Kenny Omega and Okada because they're coming up on their 5th match. You know, I am worried that they're just gonna run the highlights, and it's gonna be a great.
That's what you wanted when John Cena's return started. You told me, let's run the highlights and get it done. That is what you said, and now you're shitting on them for the exact thing. You know what we call that?
He's hitting people in the nuts. He's pointing at us and saying we're bad. He's got a fake hairline. You know, he went to Turkey.
I'm gonna do that. You're gonna do that too.
No,
you're gonna take a flight to Turkey.
No, brother.
Brother, hey, pull that back.
Hey, pull that back.
Hey, pull that back.
Pull that back.
On
Yours,
three. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's both bad. We're both pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
We should go to Turkey together.
Hey,
Istanbul.
And that's why we need a Patreon.
Please
Fund
pay for my
our
hair
hair surgeries.
They're gonna take it from my thigh.
Taking it from my asshole.
Yeah, and putting it on my follicle. We're
Yeah,
gonna trade follicles.
I'm taking your thigh meat, and you're taking my ass hair. And we're going to have luscious George Clooney salt and pepper hair.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to be a silver fox.
CM
CM Punk's almost there, dude.
He is there.
Well, he's on salt and pepper. He's on a silver fox yet.
Yeah.
He's going to get there, though. It's coming fast.
AJ Styles defeated Chad Gable in the following match after that promo. All I got to say is gracias for fucking waking up Grandpa here. AJ Styles is finally...
Had a good... it's almost like what I just said about Worlds Collide is true
cooking.
here.
He's cooking.
Chad Gable cooks.
Hey, AJ...
Chad Gable is what we in sports would call a floor raiser, where it's just like, whatever your floor as a wrestler is, Chad Gable will make it better. Your match will always be better if Chad Gable's in it.
AJ Styles kind of turning up the gear to face John Cena again.
We're gonna run back dude. You can't do this because John Cena's gonna hit the Styles Clash.
I know.
So you can't come over it there.
I know.
And then over here be like, I don't want it.
I know.
You're picking and you're moving the goalpost.
But it's so light
You're a
and so it's so
goalpost
easy to move.
It's so easy. And then I know it makes you mad. So I keep doing it. I keep moving goalposts so you stay mad.
Exactly. You get it. Roxanne Perez defeats Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Kairi Sane to qualify for the Queen of the Ring tournament.
And she stole it.
And
she stole the win from Liv. She was like, she watched Liv get hit, and then she's like, I'm going to get Kairi now.
Yeah, it was surprising to me. I'm so glad they're push her all the way. Queen Roxanne.
I wanted Kairi Sane to win so bad.
Queen Roxanne. If you're not doing Stephanie Vakir or like Julia, any of those guys, Roxanne Perez.
Yes.
Fucking send her to the moon with that shit. That would be great for her.
Imagine she wins the Queen of the Ring.
Dude.
It's gonna go to Charlotte Flair somehow. Somehow Charlotte Flair's gonna win.
Dude, I know. We're gonna get a solid fucking. She's. Oh my God, Roxanne Perez is the New York Knicks.
Don't do this to me. Don't talk about my favorite women's wrestler like that.
She's gonna choke in the last.
No, she's not gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals and lose in 6. She's not gonna do that to me. She's not gonna lose 2 games at home.
She's not
gonna lose 2 games at home.
She's losing to the Flair band, bro.
Not the Flair band.
She.
No.
Nah. Honestly, Roxanne Perez
is the Knicks.
She's
the Knicks.
Nah, she's the Knicks.
No,
but hey, just like I wanted Knicks in 6, Queen Roxanne Perez.
Oh, dude, imagine her walking in the ring with a crown and being uber obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we need it. Also, I miss you, Kairi Sane. I miss when they cared about you. They kept bringing up that you were a former NXT champion, though, like 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
Michael Cole kept saying it, and it's like, hey, can you stop rubbing in the coolest entrance I've ever seen where she opens the treasure chest and the belt's in there with all the doubloons? Like, don't make me think about that, because now I'm just sad because I loved it so much. But hopefully they push her, but we had a return.
We had a return. Not only did we have Ron Killings, R-Truth, return, we also had Becky Lynch come out, do a promo, say that she is the best Irish bitch ever in WWE.
That bird lady hurt my arm.
That bird bitch ripped my arm out of the damn socket.
And now I can't go.
And now Bayley's back. Bayley wants a piece of the Irish lass kicker. Bayley wants to hug it out with her former 4-horsewoman.
She's a hugger.
She is a hugger, yes. But yeah, surprising. I mean,
very happy about it. This is what we wanted.
I think Lyra was surprised to see her. What the? Again, if we just sure.
If from the jump, bro.
If fucking Devin gets to hop on his high horse or his stand and say, "Oh, this is what we should have done all along with Lyra and Becky."
This is what we should have done all along.
This is what we should have done all along with Lyra and Bayley.
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about? We had she has a kid. What the fuck
so what you're saying? People with kids can't have belts?
They shouldn't wrestle. They should those are core memories.
What are parents supposed to do other than work? Think parents shouldn't work? You think women should just stay at home with the baby all day? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, I want them to use the baby like Mr. Iguana uses the iguana.
Flip it, catch it in its mouth.
Flip it, catch it in the mouth, throw it to distract somebody else.
And then have it land on the shoulder.
Yeah. I think
you want to see a baby get Spanish flied?
They should teach them young. But yeah, whatever. I'm glad Bayley's back. It was stupid in the first place that she had to be written off because she's clear but she's not clear. What the fuck was that?
King Sammy's coming.
No, R-Truth returns. He tell us we can't handle the truth. You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
And he cuts his hair.
He's got that Minoru Suzuki cut.
He got that Dr. Eggman cut.
Yeah, he no, Ron Killings is going to be insane if he is able to go 2002 like whip ass NWA
I can't wait
title.
to see him like aggressively do his moves again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really get after it if he can.
I hope he starts smoking cigarettes on people. on Johnny, on John Morrison of all people.
That
you know how that happened,
awesome.
right? Basically, Vince caught him smoking cigs out back, and he said, "We're gonna write this into a segment."
That's funny.
So he had to smoke inside, which R-Truth had to pay the fine for.
That's awesome.
No,
it's like this is why we hate you.
Yeah, and then he blew smoke onto John Morrison.
Awesome.
I saw that clip recently, and all the crowd was goes, "That's illegal."
That's awesome.
But yeah, Sami Zayn, if we wanted to go to what you were talking about, Sami Zayn defeated Penta, Braun Breaker, and Dominik Mysterio in the first Raw qualifier for the King of the Ring.
Crown him. How sick would it be if he won it?
Yeah, but Sami Zayn winning that World Heavyweight Championship off of Seth Rollins at Mania this Vegas, ooh, a whole lot better. Whole lot better.
But I'm just thinking of the scene of him sitting in the chair with his legs over the legs with it down, him like leaning back with the crown on.
I just thought of something absolutely horrible.
What?
Sami Zayn winning the King of the Ring tournament. The King of the Ring gets the championship match at the next pay-per-view.
Yes.
Him and Gunther, or him and Jey Uso, or him and whoever's the World Heavyweight Champion go at it. They have a great match. Seth Rollins cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase on a young Sami Zayn, bloodied to a pulp.
Not young, but bloodied to a pulp.
That man only wanted to Dougie, damn it.
That clip is awesome, by the way.
So, what do we do then? He finally gets this Mankind moment where Sami Zayn can have the World Heavyweight Championship, and the architect,
and that's where Braun Breaker turns.
Seth Freaky Rollins.
And that's where Braun Breaker already turns. Because we know that's going to come 2 years from now.
Yeah.
No, it's
Do you think it's going to be King Sami Zayn?
I want it. I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be whoever that mystery person is, and I think it might be Ilya or Dragunov.
We'll see. I think it definitely...
Please don't tell me that was the whole podcast, not recorded.
No, it was plugged in the first. It was plugged in.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Well, hey, sorry if his audio sucks this episode.
Fuck.
To wrap that.
Oh, there's the clip.
To wrap that up, though, Liv Morgan attacks another returning Nikki Bella. She's wrestling again, which only means, the women's tag team champion, Liv Morgan, defeats a tag team wrestler of Nikki Bella. Are we getting a Bella twin return at SummerSlam? Yeah.
I don't care, bro. Never cared, bro.
Hey, but do you care about this? Gunther won the World Heavyweight Championship. How are you feeling?
Why did you give it to him? To hold it for 50 days and lose it on Raw.
Was it really 50?
It was 51 days. He had it for 51 days and lost it on Raw. Why'd he win it at Mania?
I'm happy with that, though. I'm happy with his reign.
He should have lost it on Saturday. Should have lost it at Money in the Bank to Gunther. That match was amazing.
Yeah,
match was awesome. It really showed me that Jay can wrestle.
It would have been outshined by the Money in the Bank matches.
I don't care.
That's probably the reason.
No, it's exactly the reason, but I don't care. That match was awesome. It deserves to be on PLE.
Yeah,
great match. I honestly, this is fine. Gunther is way better with a title in his hand than without it.
Gunther's better with a title in his hand. I think the title thrives more. The company thrives more. Jay did his duty, and that was to yeet with the kids and make memories for them.
And he did.
And he did for a solid 51 days, and that's all.
Thank you, Jey Uso.
Hey. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Jey Uso.
And thank you for watching. Follow the damn podcast at Pod-a-Mania Pod. Follow our Twitters _EWL3 and at Bozo Dills. You can hopefully catch us next week. And till then, see ya.
Peace.